Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Classics, Panthor. Skeletor's steed has arrived. Is this big purple cat just another battle cat with a new paint job? Or is there enough to make him stand out as something special and unique? We shall see. Panthor comes in the same Windows-style box that we received Battle Cat in, complete with the standard green brick design. The back of the box features a look at other Classics figures, a photo of the included Panthor, and a brand new bio.
Okay, I'm going to try really hard not to be biased here because Panthor doesn't have any flocking. And I think I've been pretty vocal in the fact that I wanted Panthor to be flocked. And I might be a little disappointed, but let's go ahead and take a look at Panthor here. So, if you have Battle Cat, it's nothing new as far as Panthor here. You know exactly what to expect. Now, there are a few differences, and I'll get to those in the review, but the actual body itself comes directly from Battle Cats. So, if you've already played around with Battle Cat, you know exactly how he's articulated. He's actually got a pretty good amount of articulation here. Head movement, body twists. He's got good joints all around the paws. He's got the cool little paw pads on there, which I still love. I think that's fantastic. Now, one thing with my Panthor is, I know this was kind of a problem with Battle Cat 2, but it seems to be a little worse with my Panthor. His legs are kind of weak. I mean, he does kind of seem to collapse under his own weight sometimes, and when I sit Skeletor on top of him, his back legs do kind of cave in a little bit. So I kind of have to reposition him a little bit just to keep him standing. It's not terrible. It's not that it doesn't work. It's just a little looser than it probably should be. So it's a little loose back there. So looking at the actual figure, he is pretty much just a piece of purple plastic without flock. He's not fuzzy. There's no fuzz anywhere on him. In case any of you out there are wanting fuzz, he doesn't have it.
As you can see from the paint job, there is a slight black dry brushing going on to help bring out some of the details. But the purple is still a very deep purple. The face sculpt is where the detail is absolutely at its best. You got these cool pointed back ears, and he has a very feral and ferocious look to him. And in case you were wondering, this is not the same head sculpt from Battle Cat. Looking at the two side by side, you can see just how different they are. Panthor really does have a meaner look to him. Just like with the vintage line, the saddle is the same one that we saw with Battle Cat, but with a dark green color with metallic green accents. It looks really nice, and it meshes well with the deep purple of his fur. Sorry, I mean with his non-flocked plastic. Now, one brand new addition to this figure is Panthor's Helmet. Now, Panthor has never had a helmet before, so Mattel and the Horsemen took this opportunity to design a brand new one for Panthor that resembles the ram horns on Skeletor's Havoc staff. The helmet is quite large and impressive looking, and features the same green paint deco of the saddle. Now, the way the helmet is designed, it snaps easily right onto Panthor's ears and stays firmly on his head. It really gives Panthor quite a different and unique look. I'm not so sure this is how I will end up displaying my Panthor, but I can't argue that the inclusion of an extra accessory is pretty cool, and admittedly, it looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. Skeletor sits atop his steed in a very similar fashion to how He-Man sits on Battle Cat. The seat is designed in such a way that Skeletor's loincloth does not get in the way at all. And wow, does he look cool sitting on his cat. It's like Skeletor is finally complete. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Here's the new Classics Panthor alongside the Vintage Panthor. As you can see, there is a lot more detail on this new version, but the old version is flocked. And here he is next to the 2000X version. Again, the details do seem to be a bit better in the new one, but the 2000X one is also flocked. Now I know there are people on both sides concerning whether or not Panthor should be flocked. I understand that the joints might get in the way of actual flocking, and the cool sculpt of his face might be hid by the fur. But in the end, I have to be honest, I still feel like this figure is lacking something, and I feel that flocking would have made him feel a little more special. That of course is my personal opinion, as I do think that the head sculpt is tremendous, and I am glad just to have a Panthor for my Skeletor to ride into battle. Panthor will be available as part of the 2011 Eternian Collectors Club subscription, and will be released on MattyCollector.com in April 2011. Until next time.